first education minister in the free India? 1. Dr.S. Radhakrishnan. 2. Shri Nurul Hasan. 3. Shri K.S. Shrimali. 1. Who is the first education minister in the free India? 1. Dr.S. Radhakrishnan. 2. Shri Nurul Hasan. 3. Shri K.S. Shrimali. 4. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Correct answer. 4. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. He was the first education minister of independent India, 1947 to 1958. 2. Students would learn moral values when 1. They are punished for wrong acts. 2. They are appreciated for good conduct. 3. Teachers model the right conduct. 4. They are given direct instruction. Correct answer. 3. Teachers model the right conduct. Students learn moral values best by observing the teacher's behavior. 3. Students would generally respect a teacher who 1. Knows his or her subject well. 2. Is friendly with them. 3. Is regular to school. 4. Encourages them to participate in co-curricular activities. Correct answer. 1. Knows his or her subject well. Students respect teachers who have strong subject knowledge. 4. Which of the following subjects tells man's place in the physical world? 1. Physics. 2. Biology. 3. Geography. 4. Astrology. Correct answer. 3. Geography. Geography explains the relationship between humans and the physical world. 5. Which one of the following behaviors does not contribute to effective teaching? 1. Variety in use of instructional materials. 2. Strict adherence to classroom rules and procedures. 3. Informing learners of the lesson objectives. Correct answer. 2. Strict adherence to classroom rules and procedures. Being overly strict reduces flexibility and does not support effective teaching. 6. Active involvement of learners in instruction. Which of the following characteristics would most influence the performance of students? 1. Teacher's attitude. 2. Quality of teacher-pupil interaction. 3. Experience of teacher. 4. Availability of adequate facilities. Correct answer. 2. Quality of teacher-pupil interaction. Meaningful teacher-student interaction has the strongest impact on student performance. 7. Tests which measure the extent of students' learning in a given content area are called as 1. Achievement tests. 2. Diagnostic tests. 3. Aptitude tests. 4. Readiness tests. Correct answer. 1. Achievement tests. These tests measure how much a student has learned in a particular subject area. 8. Why should students be not humiliated in the class? 1. It may weaken their self-confidence. 2. It does not have gainful effect. 3. It hampers the teaching work. 4. It leads to students' indiscipline. Correct answer. 1. It may weaken their self-confidence. Humiliation harms a student's confidence and emotional well-being, which negatively affects learning. 9. Which of the following teachers' behavior is not conducive to create positive climate for learning in the class? 1. Comparative evaluation. 2. Convincing confidence in pupils' ability to do well. 3. Insisting on satisfactory completion of work. 4. Refusal to accept excuses for poor work. Correct answer. 1. Comparative evaluation. Comparing one student with another creates jealousy, discouragement, and a negative classroom climate. 10. The view that anything can be taught at any stage of development was expressed by 1. Piaget. 2. Ausubel. 3. Brunner. 4. Gagne. Correct answer. 3. Brunner. Jerome Brunner stated that any subject can be taught effectively in some intellectually honest form to any child at any stage of development. 11. The degree to which a test measures what it is intended to measure is termed as its 1. Reliability. 2. Validity. 3. Objectivity. 4. Usability. Correct answer. 2. Validity. Validity refers to how accurately a test measures what it intends to measure. 12. In a fast-changing society, the teacher has to help the students. 1. To become aware of the changes. 2. To be prepared mentally to support changes. 3. To acquire problem-solving skill. 4. To understand the importance of cultural heritage. Correct answer. 3. To acquire problem-solving skill. In a rapidly changing society, students need strong problem-solving abilities to adapt, think critically, and handle new challenges effectively. 13. Which of the following is the most educationally deprived class of the Indian society? 1. Women. 2. Handicapped individuals. 3. Scheduled castes. 4. Minorities. Correct answer. 3. Scheduled castes. Scheduled castes have historically faced the highest educational deprivation in India compared to the other groups listed. 14. Which of the following approaches should a teacher use if students do not complete assigned work? 1. Impose a fine. 2. Maintain accurate record of their work. 3. Talk to students to identify the problem. 4. Report to the principal. Correct answer. 3. Talk to students to identify the problem. A good teacher first understands the reason behind incomplete work before taking any action. 15. Which of the following methods would be more appropriate to teach vocational skills to children? 1. Experimentation. 2. Role play. 3. Demonstration. 4. Discussion. Correct answer. 3. Demonstration. Vocational skills are best learned by seeing and practicing, and demonstration provides a clear model for students to follow. 16. Reinforcing each small step towards a desired goal or behavior is known as 1. Prompting. 2. Cueing. 3. Shaping. 4. Positive practice. Correct answer. 3. Shaping. Shaping means reinforcing small, successive steps that gradually lead to the final desired behavior. 17. Which of the following strategies should a teacher adopt if a student is rude to him/her? 1. Argue with the student. 2. Express shock at such behavior. 3. Remind the student of classroom rules. 4. Punish the student. Correct answer. 3. Remind the student of classroom rules. This response is calm, constructive, and helps the student correct their behavior without escalating the situation. 18. The IQ of a 25 years old boy whose mental age will be 1. 64. 2. 75. 3. 80. 4. 100. Correct answer. 4. 100. Reason. IQ is calculated using the formula. Here, the chronological age is equal to 25 years. Among the given options, the only meaningful IQ value is 100, which corresponds to mental age is equal to chronological age. So, the correct answer is 100. 19. Which of the following exercises would help students master speaking skills in language? 1. Report on home activities. 2. Copying widely used words from Blackboard. 3. Completing workbook focusing on correct grammatical use. 4. Encouragement to formulate their own message. Correct answer. 4. Encouragement to formulate their own message. Speaking skills develop best when students create and express their own ideas, not when they only copy or follow fixed patterns. 20. Social change is change in 1. Structure of the society. 2. Human relationship. 3. Attitudes, ideals and values. 4. All the three above. Correct answer. 4. All the three above. Social change involves changes in social structure, human relationships, attitudes, values, and ideals. So, all are correct. 21. Questioning during instruction is recommended as it 1. Helps to measure the student's achievement. 2. Breaks the monotony of class. 3. Provides feedback regarding effectiveness of instruction. 4. Helps to save on time and expense of testing. Correct answer 3. Provides feedback regarding effectiveness of instruction. Questioning helps teachers check students' understanding and adjust teaching accordingly. 22. Which of the following characteristics does a person having scientific attitude have? 1. Adventure. 2. Objectivity. 3. Conservatism. 4. Brevity. Correct answer 2. Objectivity. A person with a scientific attitude bases conclusions on facts, evidence, and unbiased observation, which reflects objectivity. 23. Which one of the following do you think is at the root of the teacher's apathy towards their duties? 1. Continued financially strained life. 2. Corrupt social environment. 3. Decreasing social importance of their work. 4. Lack of professional commitment. Correct answer 4. Lack of professional commitment. A teacher's apathy, lack of interest, or enthusiasm in duties is most directly linked to lack of professional commitment, even though the other factors may contribute indirectly. 24. Who elucidated the concept of SUPW? 1. Sampurnanand Committee. 2. Ishwar Bhai Patel Review Committee. 3. Adiseshiya Committee. 4. Ramamurthy Committee. Correct answer 2. Ishwar Bhai Patel Review Committee. The Ishwar Bhai Patel Committee, 1977, explained and promoted the concept of SUPW, socially useful productive work. 25. In Indian Constitution, education is now listed in 1. State list. 2. Central list. 3. Concurrent list. 4. None of the above list. Correct answer concurrent list. 42nd Amendment, both center and states can make laws. 26. Computer-assisted instruction is based on the principles of 1. Operant conditioning. 2. Respondent conditioning. 3. Classical conditioning. 4. Pavlovian conditioning. Correct answer 1. Operant conditioning. CAI uses reinforcement and feedback to shape learning, which is the core idea of operant conditioning. 27. In which of the following situations would you recommend an oral examination? 1. There's paucity of time. 2. Teacher is in a hurry. 3. The number of students to be tested is small. 4. Children have not sufficiently mastered the reading skill. Correct answer 3. The number of students to be tested is small. Oral examinations are time-consuming and require individual attention, so they are suitable when the group size is small. 28. What is the name of Doordarshan's educational television channel? 1. Gurukul. 2. Shiksha Smriti. 3. Gyan Bharti. 4. Gyan Darshan. Correct answer 4. Gyan Darshan. Doordarshan's dedicated educational channel is called Gyan Darshan, launched to broadcast educational programs for students and teachers. 29. The most important function of education is to enable students to 1. Earn money. 2. Gain knowledge. 3. Live a better life. 4. Gain prestige. Correct answer 3. Live a better life. The primary aim of education is holistic development, helping students acquire skills, values, and knowledge to improve the quality of their life. 30. The development of an individual at a given time is the resultant of the 1. Experiences he/she has undergone. 2. Potentialities he/she has inherited. 3. Interaction of nature and nurture. 4. Social pressure to which he/she has been subjected. Correct answer 3. Interaction of nature and nurture white heavy check mark. An individual's development is shaped by both inherited traits, nature, and environmental experiences, nurture. 31. The real criteria of whether or not learning has taken place would be 1. increased understanding. 2. Application to similar situations. 3. Increased sensitivity to appropriate stimulus. Correct answer 2. Application to similar situations, white heavy checkmark. Learning is truly demonstrated when a person can apply acquired knowledge or skills to new but similar situations, not just understand or recognize stimuli. 32. In which of the following subjects is experimentation the standard procedure to know the truth? 1. Mathematics. 2. Science. 3. Economics. 4. Geography. Correct answer 2. Science. In science, knowledge is verified through experimentation, observation, and testing hypotheses, making it the standard method to discover truth. 33. Which of the following amendments of the Constitution added fundamental duties to the Constitution of India? 1. 42nd Amendment. 2. 48th Amendment. 3. 83rd Amendment. 4. 93rd Amendment. Correct answer 1. 42nd Amendment. The 42nd Amendment Act 1976 added fundamental duties to the Indian Constitution under Part 4A, encouraging citizens to respect the Constitution and promote its ideals. 34. Which of the following is not a product of learning? 1. Attitudes. 2. Intelligence. 3. Concepts. 4. Skills. Correct answer 2. Intelligence. Intelligence is largely considered an inherited trait, whereas attitudes, concepts, and skills are developed through learning and experience. 35. The discipline in the class is best maintained by an 1. Autocratic teacher. 2. Democratic teacher. 3. Authoritarian teacher. 4. Permissive teacher. Correct answer 2. Democratic teacher. A democratic teacher encourages participation, mutual respect, and responsibility, which fosters self-discipline and a positive classroom environment. 36. The most important job of a teacher is to 1. Teach. 2. Socialize children. 3. Discipline children. 4. Enable children to grow. Correct answer 4. Enable children to grow. A teacher's primary role is to facilitate overall development, helping children grow intellectually, emotionally, socially, and morally. 37. Studies that explore cause and effect relationships are 1. Developmental. 2. Comparative. 3. Clinical. 4. Experimental. Correct answer 4. Experimental. Experimental studies are designed to investigate cause and effect relationships by manipulating variables and observing the outcomes. 38. Which of the following factors would influence most the development of students' personality? 1. The emotional climate of the home. 2. The inherited assets and liabilities. 3. The social orientation of peers. 4. The discipline at college. Correct answer 1. The emotional climate of the home. The home environment, especially emotional support, affection, and security, has the strongest influence on a child's personality development compared to other factors. 39. In which of the following situations would the transfer of learning be maximum? 1. Different tasks that require different responses. 2. Similar tasks that require the same response. 3. Similar tasks that require different responses. 4. Different tasks that require the same response. Correct answer 2. Similar tasks that require the same response. Transfer of learning is greatest when the new task closely resembles the original task and requires similar responses, allowing prior learning to be applied effectively. Which of the following is more likely to improve the quality of colleges? 1. Better finances. 2. Improved facilities. 3. Committed teachers. 4. Involvement of community. Correct answer 3. Committed teachers. The commitment and dedication of teachers have the greatest impact on teaching quality, student learning, and overall college performance more than just finances or facilities. 41. The most important element in teaching is the 1. Subject matter course. 2. Teaching techniques used. 3. Variety of instructional material used. 4. Relationship between teachers and students. Correct answer: 4. Relationship between teachers and students. A positive teacher-student relationship fosters trust, motivation, and effective learning, making it the most crucial element in teaching. 42. Which of the following methods of teaching would ensure more student participation in class? 1. Recitation. 2. Demonstration. 3. Discussion. 4. Role play. Correct answer: 3. Discussion. Discussion method actively involves students in sharing ideas, asking questions, and debating, ensuring maximum participation in class. 43. As pupils grow, their interests tend to 1. Increase in variety. 2. Become restricted to a smaller number of deeper interests. 3. Follow a relatively erratic course. 4. Remain exactly as before both in number and nature. Correct answer: 2. Become restricted to a smaller number of deeper interests. As children grow, they focus on fewer interests but develop them more deeply, reflecting maturity and specialization of attention. 44. For effective learning, a goal must be meaningful in terms of the 1. Intellectual ideas involved. 2. Curricular objectives. 3. Students' needs and purposes. 4. Standards of others. Correct answer: 3. Students' needs and purposes. Learning goals are most effective when they are relevant and meaningful to the students, aligning with their interests, needs, and personal purposes. 45. Which of the following items of information about students would you acquire in motivating them for studies? 1. Personality traits. 2. Social cultural background. 3. Learning style. 4. All of the above. Correct answer: 4. All of the above. To motivate students effectively, a teacher should consider their personality traits, sociocultural background, and learning styles, as all influence engagement and learning. 46. The process of identifying the common aspects or basic relationships in a variety of specific situations is known as 1. Generalization. 2. Abstraction. 3. Reasoning. 4. Problem solving. Correct answer: 1. Generalization. Generalization involves recognizing common patterns or principles across different specific situations, helping learners apply knowledge broadly. 47. Which of the following exercises would be more useful to develop the ability to observe in children? 1. Sharpening of senses. 2. Developing a framework for experiences. 3. Creating an interest in the subject. 4. Training mental faculties. Correct answer: 1. Sharpening of senses. Developing the ability to observe accurately in children requires enhancing their sensory perception, sight, hearing, touch, etc., so they can notice details effectively. 48. The apex institution involved in the planned and coordinated development of the teacher education system through the country is 1. NIPA. 2. NCERT. 3. NCT. 4. SCERT. Correct answer: 3. NCT. The National Council for Teacher Education (NCTE) is the apex body responsible for the planned and coordinated development of teacher education across India. 49. If the teacher wants to find out why a student has not behaved properly, which of the following should be examined first? 1. His own self. 2. The student. 3. Family background of the student. 4. The social surroundings. Correct answer: 1. His own self. A teacher should first reflect on their own behavior, teaching methods, and interactions, as teacher actions often influence student behavior. 50. An adolescent revolts against authority because 1. He thinks that he is mature enough. 2. He craves for recognition and independence of thought and action. 3. He thinks himself very intelligent. 4. He thinks that he does not need any advice. Correct answer 2. He craves for recognition and independence of thought and action. Adolescents often challenge authority as part of their search for identity, autonomy, and self-recognition, which is a normal developmental process. 51. Teachers are given awards for 1. Sacrifice and dedication. 2. Innovative teaching, encouraging other teachers. 4. Identifying talent. Correct answer 2. Innovative teaching. Teachers are typically awarded for creativity and innovation in teaching methods, which enhances learning and motivates students. 52. Teachers' Day is celebrated to commemorate whose birthday? 1. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. 2. Dr. Zakir Hussain. 3. Rajendra Prasad. 4. Dr.S. Radhakrishnan. Correct answer 4. Dr.S. Radhakrishnan. Teachers' Day in India is celebrated on 5th September, the birthday of Dr.S. Radhakrishnan, to honor his contribution to education. 53. To develop cooperation and team spirit in students, which activity is most suitable? 1. Debate. 2. Quiz. 3. Art. 4. Project work. Correct answer 4. Project work. Project work requires students to collaborate, share responsibilities, and work as a team, fostering cooperation and team spirit. 54. The main purpose of punishment to students is to 1. Protect others from doing wrong. 2. Retaliate for the wrong done. 3. Reform the offender. 4. Demonstrate your authority. Correct answer 3. Reform the offender. The primary goal of punishment in education is to correct behavior and help the student improve, not merely to retaliate or assert authority. 55. Environment awareness is necessary at all stages of education because 1. Environment varies from region to region. 2. Man must control and change environment. 3. Nature has many interesting aspects. 4. Environment helps human survival. Correct answer 4. Environment helps human survival. Awareness of the environment is essential at all educational stages because humans depend on it for survival, and understanding it promotes sustainable living and responsible behavior. 56. What is the aim of correspondence education in India? 1. Providing an alternative for failures. 2. Reducing dropouts from school. 3. Providing professional education. 4. Supporting the formal education. Correct answer 4. Supporting the formal education. Correspondence education in India aims to complement and support formal education, allowing learners to study remotely and continue their education flexibly. 57. Who said, "Recall the face of the poorest and weakest man and ask yourself if the step you contemplate is going to be of any use to him?" 1. Mahatma Gandhi. 2. Jawaharlal Nehru. 3. Zakir Hussain. 4. Indira Gandhi. Correct answer 1. Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi emphasized that every action and policy should benefit the poorest and weakest, reflecting his principle of service to humanity. '58. What is tested by expression in language? 1. Stating conclusions. 2. Organizing facts sequentially. 3. Using language creatively. 4. Following a story. Correct answer 3. Using language creatively. Expression in language evaluates a student's ability to communicate ideas, thoughts, and emotions creatively and effectively. 59. Why is there a variety of questions set in a questions paper? 1. To increase validity. 2. To increase reliability. 3. To increase objectivity. 4. All of the above. Correct answer. 4. All of the above. A variety of questions helps to cover different aspects of learning, which increases validity, reliability, and objectivity of the assessment. 60. The multiple choice questions test. 1. Knowledge only. 2. Knowledge and understanding. 3. Application and skill. 4. Knowledge, understanding and application. Correct answer. 4. Knowledge, understanding and application. Multiple choice questions, MCQs, can assess not just recall of facts, knowledge, but also comprehension, understanding, and the ability to apply concepts depending on how they are designed. 61. In art, craft, and home science, marks are awarded by judging. 1. Time taken. 2. Materials used. 3. Process used. 4. End product. Correct answer. 4. End product. In art, craft, and home science, evaluation is primarily based on the quality and creativity of the final product rather than the time, materials, or process alone. 62. What is the main objective of going on an excursion from college? 1. Enjoyment and a picnic. 2. Observation and familiarity. 3. Support to textual information. 4. Visiting lesser known places. Correct answer. 2. Observation and familiarity. The primary purpose of a college excursion is to provide students with first-hand observation and practical familiarity with the subject matter, enhancing learning beyond textbooks. 63. Teaching activity becomes meaningless if there is no 1. Change in jobs. 2. Innovation. 3. Training. 4. Discipline. Correct answer. 2. Innovation. Teaching without innovation, new methods, ideas, or approaches can become mechanical and ineffective, failing to engage students or promote meaningful learning. 64. A teacher should not be 1. Sarcastic. 2. Humorous. 3. Firm. 4. Generous. Correct answer. 1. Sarcastic. A sarcastic teacher can hurt students' confidence and morale, whereas being humorous, firm, and generous supports a positive learning environment. 65. Education according to our Constitution is managed by 1. Each state separately. 2. Central government. 3. Governor of the state. 4. National Council of Educational Research and Training. Correct answer. 1. Each state separately. Education is primarily a state subject under the Indian Constitution, so each state manages its own education system, though the central government can also legislate on concurrent matters. 66. Why do the deserts remain cool at night? Which objective is tested by these questions? 1. Knowledge. 2. Analysis. 3. Understanding. 4. Application. Correct answer. 3. Understanding. This question tests whether the student comprehends the concept of desert temperature variations, not just recalls facts. 67. A good teacher must have which quality? 1. Sense of humor. 2. Good command of the subject. 3. Control over emotions. 4. Physical strength. Correct answer. 2. Good command of the subject. A teacher's strong subject knowledge is essential for accurate teaching, confidence, and effective explanation of concepts to students. 68. Which is true regarding the way students learn? 1. All have the same speed of learning. 2. They immediately follow teacher's instruction. 3. They follow the way other students learn. 4. Each child has a unique learning style. Correct answer. 4. Each child has a unique learning style. Students learn differently due to variations in cognitive abilities, interests, and learning preferences. So teaching must accommodate individual learning styles. 69. What should be the relation of one teacher to the follow teachers? 1. Following independent views. 2. Suggesting effective ways to teach. 3. Copying other teachers' style. 4. Non-intervention in others' work. Correct answer 2. Suggesting effective ways to teach. Teachers should collaborate and support each other by sharing effective methods and constructive suggestions rather than copying or remaining entirely uninvolved. 70. Students must be encouraged by the teacher to 1. Achieve best grades in the class. 2. Improve their own capabilities. 3. Obey teacher's command. 4. Submit work on time. Correct answer 2. Improve their own capabilities. Teachers should motivate students to develop their skills and potential, focusing on personal growth rather than just grades or obedience. 71. In order to develop creativity in oneself and the learners, a teacher must 1. Praise any creative work. 2. Set new tasks. 3. Give new up-to-date information. 4. Play thought-provoking games. Correct answer 4. Play thought-provoking games. Thought-provoking games and activities stimulate imagination, problem-solving, and creative thinking, helping both teachers and learners develop creativity. 72. A teacher develops teaching skills by 1. Constant repetition and updating of information. 2. Being authoritarian and a disciplinarian. 3. Constant experimentation and patience. 4. Regularity and class control. Correct answer 3. Constant experimentation and patience. Teaching skills improve through trying new methods, reflecting on outcomes, and patiently refining techniques over time. 73. How did teacher best resolve the problems in a class? 1. Gives the view that principal gives. 2. Depends on one's own opinion. 3. Asks other teachers' opinion. 4. Take suggestions given by the children. Correct answer 4. Take suggestions given by the children. Involving students in problem-solving encourages responsibility, participation, and practical solutions, making class management more effective. 74. Students can be made independent by 1. Ignoring their petty fights. 2. Solving their problems for them. 3. Giving orders and expecting obedience. 4. Giving everyone responsibility. Correct answer 4. Giving everyone responsibility. Assigning responsibilities to students helps them develop decision-making skills, accountability, and independence. '75. Which one of the following will least encourage learning in classrooms? 1. Preparing and presenting projects. 2. Giving information and explaining. 3. Solving problems and setting new ones. 4. Doing or seeing a process. Correct answer 2. Giving information and explaining. Passive methods like just giving information engage students less, whereas active learning through projects, problem-solving, or hands-on processes enhances understanding and retention. 76. Learning by doing is important as it 1. Creates interest among children. 2. Keeps children busy. 3. Promotes meaningful learning. 4. Helps to maintain discipline. Correct answer 3. Promotes meaningful learning. Learning by doing allows students to actively engage with content, leading to better understanding, retention, and application of knowledge. 77. When classroom strength is large, which teaching technique is most useful? 1. Reading aloud from textbook. 2. Debate and discussions. 3. Group work followed by lecture. 4. Lecture method and class notes. Correct answer 4. Lecture method and class notes. In large classrooms, lectures supported by notes are practical and efficient for covering content and managing a large number of students. 78. What does talking and indiscipline in class indicate? 1. Bad background of students. 2. Boredom because of repetitiveness. 3. Confusion about information. 4. No summary of class points. Correct answer. 2. Boredom because of repetitiveness. Talking and indiscipline often reflect students' disengagement due to monotonous or repetitive teaching, not necessarily their background or confusion. 79. Students' attendance in college has to be regular in order to 1. Receive continual attention. 2. Fulfill administrative needs. 3. Complete coursework. 4. Check homework regularly. Correct answer. 3. Complete coursework. Regular attendance ensures that students cover all topics, participate in activities, and complete the curriculum on time. 80. A college timetable is made with the view to provide 1. Interest in school. 2. Sufficient time for learning. 3. Repetition of a routine. 4. Equal teaching time to all teachers. Correct answer. 2. Sufficient time for learning. A well-planned college timetable ensures that students have adequate and balanced time for learning each subject effectively. 81. Self-study in pupils can be encouraged by 1. Telling them its importance. 2. Using new method of teaching. 3. Informing parents about its role. 4. Making books and magazines available to children. Correct answer. 4. Making books and magazines available to children. Providing resources like books and magazines encourages students to explore, read, and learn independently, fostering self-study habits. 82. The main responsibility to improve the quality of the college is that of the 1. Parents. 2. Teachers. 3. Government. 4. Students. Correct answer. 2. Teachers. Teachers play the central role in enhancing the quality of a college through effective teaching, mentoring, and creating a positive learning environment. 83. Which is the best way to encourage cooperation between boys and girls? 1. Asking parents to discuss equality. 2. Talking about equality in lessons. 3. Ordering boys and girls to sit together. 4. Setting tasks which have to be done together. Correct answer. 4. Setting tasks which have to be done together. Explanation. Collaborative tasks require boys and girls to work jointly, promoting practical cooperation, teamwork, and mutual respect. 84. Training in public speaking and debate develops all these abilities except 1. Creative use of language. 2. Voice control and use. 3. Concept development. 4. Control of emotions. Correct answer. 4. Control of emotions. Explanation. While public speaking and debate improve language skills, voice modulation, and conceptual thinking, they do not directly teach emotional control. 85. A textbook is used in class to 1. Achieve learning objectives. 2. Set new standards. 3. Delimit what is to be taught. 4. Explain ideas and concepts. Correct answer. 1. Achieve learning objectives. Explanation. A textbook serves as a structured guide to help teachers and students meet the intended learning goals effectively. 86. Class tests are to be used mainly to 1. Identify learning difficulties. 2. Classify students. 3. Set standards. 4. Qualify completion of an unit. Correct answer. 1. Identify learning difficulties. Explanation. Class tests help teachers diagnose students' understanding, pinpoint learning gaps, and provide appropriate support. 87. University examinations are needed to 1. Control quality of school. 2. Upgrade educational standards. 3. Select students for higher educations. 4. Identify teacher competency. Correct answer. 3. Select students for higher education. Explanation. University examinations primarily serve to assess students' readiness and qualify them for admission to higher education or professional courses. 88. Which subject tries to understand the role of man in changing his environment? 1. History. 2. Political science. 3. Geography. 4. Biology. Correct answer 3. Geography. Explanation. Geography studies the interaction between humans and their environment, including how humans adapt to, modify, and impact it. 89. Why is teacher training necessary? 1. Increase teaching skills. 2. Understand methods of school organization. 3. Upgrade knowledge of content. 4. All of the above. Correct answer 4. All of the above. Explanation. Teacher training is essential to enhance teaching skills, understand school management, and update subject knowledge, ensuring overall professional competence. 90. Ability to experiment and analyze are best developed by the study of which subject? 1. Language. 2. Mathematics. 3. Science. 4. History. Correct answer 3. Science. Explanation. Science education emphasizes experimentation, observation, and analysis, helping students develop analytical and investigative skills. 91. What does learning in the mother tongue encourage? 1. Easy comprehension. 2. Better use of language. 3. Development of creativity. 4. Ability of interpret. Correct answer 1. Easy comprehension. Explanation. Learning in the mother tongue allows students to grasp concepts more easily because they understand the language of instruction naturally. While it may indirectly support creativity or language use, the primary advantage is easy understanding and comprehension of new ideas and content. If you want, I can quickly explain why the other options are less suitable too. 92. Which educational psychologist believed in the fact that all children have the potential to learn? 1. Froebel. 2. Rousseau. 3. Hubbard. 4. Montessori. Correct answer 4. Montessori. Explanation. Maria Montessori believed that all children have the potential to learn. She emphasized a child-centered approach where education is tailored to the individual needs, pace, and interests of each child. Her method focuses on hands-on learning, independence, and self-discovery, allowing children to develop their abilities naturally. Unlike other psychologists who focused on structured teaching or philosophical ideas, Montessori highlighted the innate potential of every child to learn and grow. 93. How should a college be judged and rated? 1. Availability of facilities. 2. Defined ideal and purpose. 3. Qualifications of teachers. 4. Extent of land and funds. Correct answer 2. Defined ideal and purpose. Explanation. A college should be judged by its educational goals, vision, and purpose, rather than just its physical facilities, teacher qualifications, or funds. The quality of education and the clarity of its mission are the most important criteria for rating an institution. 94. According to Indian Constitution, education is accorded a status. 1. Union subject. 2. State subject. 3. Concurrent subject. 4. Local government subject. Correct answer 3. Concurrent subject. Explanation. According to the Indian Constitution, education is a concurrent subject, meaning both the central and state governments can make laws and policies regarding education. This ensures coordinated efforts in managing and developing the education system across the country. 95. The literacy rate in India, according to 1991 census, is 1. 39.29%, 2. 44.69%, 3. 52.21%, 4. 64.21%. Correct answer 2. 44.69%. Explanation. According to the 1991 census of India, the literacy rate was 44.69%, reflecting the percentage of people aged 7 and above who could read and write with understanding. 96. Mean of a distribution is 1. Average scores. 2. A score below and above which 50% scores lie. 3. Frequently occurring score. 4. Average of highest and lowest score. Correct answer 1. Average scores. Explanation: the mean of a distribution is the sum of all scores divided by the number of scores. It represents the average value of the data set. Option to median option, 3 mode option for mid-range. 97. Learning is the change in behavior produced by 1. Biochemical changes. 2. Habit formation. 3. Experience. 4. Maturation. Correct answer 3. Experience. Explanation: behavior that occurs as a result of experience. It is through experiences, practice, observation, and interaction that individuals acquire knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Option 1 biochemical changes relate to physical body processes. Option 2 habit formation is a result of learning, not the cause. Option 4 maturation is natural growth, not learned behavior. 98. The term exceptional refers to a student whose performance is significantly 1. Above the average student. 2. Below the average student. 3. Similar to the average student. 4. Above or below the average student. Correct answer 4. Above or below the average student. Explanation: the term exceptional refers to students whose performance or abilities differ significantly from the average, either higher, gifted, or lower, mentally or physically challenged. It encompasses both ends of the spectrum, not just above or below. 99. Evaluation of students' performance should be done 1. At the beginning of instruction. 2. At the end of instruction. 3. Throughout the instructional process. 4. Only at the end of major units of instruction. Correct answer 3. Throughout the instructional process. Explanation: evaluation should be continuous, not just at the beginning or end. Ongoing assessment helps monitor progress, identify difficulties, and improve teaching and learning, ensuring students achieve the desired learning outcomes. 100. The National Adult Education Program, NAEP, was launched in the year 1. 1964. 2. 1972. 3. 1978. 4. 1986. Correct answer 2. 1978. Explanation: the National Adult Education Program, NAEP, was launched in 1978 to promote literacy among adults in India. Its main aim was to provide basic education and functional literacy to those who had missed formal schooling. 101. In future learning will be dependent on 1. Teachers' understanding. 2. Textbooks material. 3. Textual information. 4. Analysis of information. Correct answer 4. Analysis of information. Explanation: in the future, learning will rely more on critical thinking and the ability to analyze information rather than just memorizing textbooks or relying solely on teachers. Students need to interpret, evaluate, and apply knowledge to solve real-world problems effectively.